guys, so today I'm going to be answering all of your questions that you asked me in my Ask My Questions video. So let's do that. I have them pulled up on my phone. Questions. Questions. Hey Abby, I really liked your Vita series of videos. Would you be doing anything like that again in the near future? I was actually planning on doing a vlogtober of sorts, because I didn't do a vlog every day in August, mainly because August was fucking crazy. I'm thinking I might want to do like a vlogtober thing. Would you guys be on board with that? Daily vlogs next month? You can do that again? Favorite hidden gem in Seattle? Morsel and Bean. They have really good sandwiches and biscuits and coffee and stuff. Bang's is also really good for like mimosas and brunch on Sundays. Favorite place to kind of like go to? I really loved kind of exploring Discovery Park. I don't know if it's that much of a hidden gem, but it's kind of out of the way. And Madison Park is obviously like fucking beautiful and safe as shit, so yeah. Favorite book? Honestly, I don't even know if I have a favorite book of like forever. I have obviously like favorite book series, like the Jessica Darling series and Harry Potter and like all of Madeleine L'Engle's books and stuff, but I don't know if I could pick like one favorite book. I'm currently reading Memory Heart's book. You Deserve a Drink. I'm not very far, but I need to keep reading it. I might take this with me to work and then read it during my break today. But so far I love it, and I love Memory. I just love all of them. Holy Trinity forever. What are your all-time favorite Lush products? I made a whole video about it, so I'll give you a link to that. You know? I am going to be making a new Lush video coming up soon because we have a ton of new products that just came out and are going to be coming out, so I can share them with you guys, and I'm really excited, so stay tuned for more Lush things. What was the most unexpected, pleasant, emotional connection you've made? I'm guessing in Seattle. One of my roommates from my first house who I still live with, Sarah, like, she's really cool, and I didn't think that I was going to actually like be friends with the people that I lived with, so that's fun. I'll include her in a video coming up soon. You guys would like her. She's cool. Hello, Gemma, the horror movie director, Space Girl. Done. What is your book about, and where do you get inspiration for your book? Well, this is kind of all the same answer. My life. I get inspired by things that happen to me either in like the past or day to day, and it's a memoir of sorts. A non-chronological memoir, kind of like Memory's book, except probably without as much alcohol. What's the best show you've been to? Fuck, I don't know. This person doesn't know how to actually type. I'm assuming they're saying what's a festival they should go to before they die. Sasquatch, you know. Anybody who says that Coachella has a better location is like full of shit, because it's a damn desert. Like, we're on a river and it's gorgeous. This is from a girl that I know, Emma. How do you cope with anxiety at shows when you're taking pictures? Well, my camera works as like a security blanket because I don't have to talk to people because I'm working, even if I'm going just to take pictures for myself. So that kind of helps me cope with any sort of anxiety if I don't know anybody. But if you're a grown-up, anxiety, have a beer. Guys, have a beer. That's a terrible thing to say. Like, drink alcohol, but like one beer, if you're a grown-up and you're awkward, just one beer's not gonna hurt. It'll loosen you up a little bit and it'll make it easier to talk to people, and then by the time you leave you'll be sober and then you'll have made friends. What's your favorite chapter in the book you've read? You've written? Favorite chapter that you've written? So far I really, really love that Manic Pixie Dream Guy chapter. I finished it and not gonna lie, it's kind of cool. I kind of dig it. It kind of leads into what could be another chapter about the topic, so I'm excited about that one. What happened to you at Kifkin? I lost you. I ended up... So I went to this show and I ran into this girl, Emma, and we stood up at the front for most of the show, and then during Kifkin's set there was like a crazy mosh pit and I had my camera in my backpack, so I was like, I'm gonna die. So I ended up making my way to the back of the crowd and I found my friend Sean, and I stood back there for the rest of the time and took pictures from the crowd. So I didn't leave Emma, I just got out of the mosh pit because I'm old and I had expensive equipment with me and it was hot. So, sorry. How do you manage having two jobs? Sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's too much. Sometimes it's overwhelming, but for me, having both part-time jobs, I'm never working more than 40 hours a week anyway. Because I work at the same mall for both jobs, it's easy. If I need to work like 2 jobs in the same day, I'll work like a 4-hour shift at one place and a 5-6 hour shift at the other one. And right now, I actually have my availability kind of on like opposite days. So like at Lush, I have my availability every days except Monday and Thursday. And then at Hot Topic, I have my availability Mondays, Thursdays, and then Friday and Saturday mornings. So that's nice. And I'm able to kind of do that and make it more manageable. But it's hard sometimes, and I definitely don't want to keep 2 part-time jobs for the rest of my life because that's kind of shitty. And also because I always have to close. I was like, oh, nobody can hang out with me on weekdays because I'm not home until everybody is like settling down and going to sleep. Favorite genre of music? That's impossible. Genres are so vague these days where like I couldn't even like pinpoint one genre. It's just I like music. I don't like country, and I don't like a lot of mainstream hip hop. There you go. Cool. What's your favorite band besides We Are Scientists? I mean, I love the Foo Fighters a lot. Phenomena, Foo Fighters, Arctic Monkeys, Foals, I don't know. Ravenna Woods, my palsies, Lostlander. Favorite color? Green. Favorite song? It's a toss-up between It's a Hit by We Are Scientists and Everlong by Foo Fighters. Favorite thing? Do you play video games? Not really. No. I had like a PlayStation 2 back when I was a kid, but I played Dance Dance Revolution and The Sims. Like, those were the video games that I played. And then like Mario Kart. I assume all the new Lush stuff will be out by the time this comes out, so what's your favorite new product? I mean, I love Cup of Coffee. I love it so much. But not all the new Lush things are out yet, so more things are coming. But I love Cup of Coffee. It's so good. Where do you find inspiration when you are in a creative rut? I read. I change my location. Usually I will drink some coffee, which is nice because coffee helps me. What's your favorite movie soundtrack? Almost Famous, Empire Records. Empire Records is the bomb. Vision Quest, Breakfast Club, Garden State, The Graduate. I like a lot of soundtracks, you guys. I like a lot of soundtracks. That Thing You Do. But probably Empire Records. Just, I love it so much. Singles also. Singles has a bomb movie soundtrack. I have a bunch of film cameras and recently have been using digital. I'd like to know how you feel about photographers who heavily edit their photos versus photographers who can just take a great photo. I always find that debate interesting. I think referring to somebody who heavily edits their photos as a photographer isn't quite the right thing to do because there's a lot of skill in editing photos. Obviously, somebody who maybe takes like a crappy photo and like edits the shit out of it is more of a graphic designer. I mean, obviously, if somebody's taking like a journalistic photo, they're not gonna like edit the hell out of it because of just like moral and ethical things. But if somebody's taking more like an art photo, or somebody like manipulates photo through like light and everything, that takes a lot of skill and a lot of talent. And I respect people for that because I can't do a lot of that. Obviously, I don't like when photographers like retouch the hell out of people to make them look not like who they are, which is kind of weird. One thing I don't like about heavily edited photos is just HDR. When people HDR portrait photos, they just look terrible and they're never gonna look right because like people naturally have shadows on their face and HDR eliminates shadows. So that's the only pet peeve I have about like heavily edited photos, but otherwise you do you, and as long as it looks good at the end, I don't care. How do you not have a significant other? You're awesome. I don't know, man. I don't know. Do you sell your photos on any photo sites? I don't yet, and I just haven't really gotten around to doing it, honestly. I wouldn't be against that. That would be cool if I could do that. If you have any like tips or like recommendations for places I could use, that'd be cool because I would like to make money off of photos. That would be awesome. This person misunderstood what I was saying when I mentioned an explicit chapter. I meant explicit as in like revealing and like vulnerable, and like I shared a lot of things that I might not have otherwise. This person thought I meant like dirty sex scenes. There are no dirty sex scenes in my book. Sorry. At least not now. Can you describe your writing process? I don't have one. Where do you like to write? What time of day? Either really early in the morning or really late at night. Generally. What is the worst experience you've had with a customer at Lush or Hot Topic? Well, there was one time when a lady thought that one of us was racist at Lush because we weren't necessarily like helping her as much as other people because she came in at the end of the day all the time and just asked for a million samples. It's like, no, we're not ignoring you because you're black. We're ignoring you because you're obnoxious. Sorry. That one was weird. And then at Hot Topic, there was a lady who came in the other day and tried on some things in the fitting room, and the whole fitting room smelled like body odor, so I had to like Febreze the fuck out of all the things she tried on. So that was gross. If you have done it, do you have any tips on photographing in nightclubs? Get a good flash. Get a good lens that captures low light very well, a low f-stop, at most 2.8, please. Yeah, and just practice the hell out of it. Did you watch My Little Pony when you were little? No, I watch Rugrats. Biggest pet peeve. I don't know, people who think they're being funny, but they're actually being huge assholes, and then they don't realize how much of an asshole they're being, and then they like talk down at you and like make you feel stupid. That's annoying. Also when somebody says espresso. Would you ever go blonde? I mean, I consider myself blonde right now, but if you mean like bleach blonde, like platinum blonde, not anytime soon because I've worked really hard to get my hair really healthy and I don't want to kill it. And I feel like bleach blonde just wouldn't look good with my skin complexion, you know? I feel like it wouldn't match my face or like my style at all. Hard or soft cover books, Abby? The internet needs to know. I don't know, I like both. There's really no comparison. No right or wrong way. Sorry, Siobhan. If you could choose anyone in the world to read your book for the Audible version of it, who the fuck would it be? First of all, I love that you use the word fuck in your question because that's how I talk all the time. Aubrey Plaza, I feel like, would be bomb because it would be like dry but still funny. Any advice for being more confident and making new friends? This is the last question. Fake it till you make it, man. Pretend like you're more confident than you are. This isn't very helpful because it's like, oh, it's so hard. It is really hard. It takes time. It took me a lot of time to not feel like I was super awkward and like not cool enough to hang out with the people that I hang out with now. But now I've realized I'm like, they're not any cooler than I am. Just kind of keep that mindset. Like everybody feels as awkward as you. And then that helps you being like, oh, okay, I'm no different from that person. And then if you're of age, have a beer, honestly. Like just loosen up a little bit. It helps. I'm not advocating for alcoholism at all, but beer, something to loosen you up a little bit when you're first meeting people to kind of just make you chattier, and then it makes it easier to get to know that person, and then you become friends, and then you're like, you can talk to them when you're completely sober. I hope you guys enjoyed these questions. If I didn't get to yours, it was either because it was repeated, or it could be a whole video, or it was inappropriate. So, because there were quite a few inappropriate questions. I was like, what? No, stop it. Song of the day, though. What could it be? What could it be? It's gonna be Dig by Lostlander. I saw Lostlander last night in Tacoma and it was fucking awesome. And it was the last song they played in the little encore they had. It was super cool. They played in a skate shop. And I love those guys so much. And yeah, I haven't listened to that song in quite a while. So go listen to that song and I will see you guys in my next video. I don't know what it is yet. I'll figure it out. I don't know. Okay.